shit up, Trey.
Welcome back, Chiefs fans. This is Taylor Bell with Chiefs Studios. Now, the Chiefs are playing preseason game number 2 against the Arizona Cardinals. Now, normally we would have Coop here going around the NFL and a guest from one of the NFL teams and or franchises to give us an insight of that specific team. No particular choice. We kind of just go at random and who we can get as a guest. This week I'm going to go ride solo. But now, I'm not really aware of the Arizona Cardinals. I know a little bit as far as what's going on with the team. Just very surface level stuff. But lucky for you, we will dig in this together. Okay, let me put on some background music real quick, just something to get us going, set the mood a little bit. Let's see, let me get the right one. Yeah, that's a good beat. There we go. Always gotta have a good beat. Okay, so Arizona Cardinals. Tomorrow the Chiefs play in Arizona at 7 p.m. Now that's Central Standard Time. 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on East Coast. And it appears that Andy Reid has mentioned that he is going to play all of the starters through the first half. Now, if you forgot, they recently, I believe as of last year, reduced preseason down to 3 games from 4 games. And added on an extra regular season game. So they're playing 17 games now. But so this game number 2, preseason game number 2, is when you're going to see the majority of playing time for the starters. Basically for almost every team. Every team's a little different as far as how they do it. Even Sean McVay of the Los Angeles Rams has reverted back to playing some of his starters. He's been notorious since he's been in Los Angeles for a few years to not even play his starters at all. Not even one snap in the preseason. I think you need to play, at least suit up, get in rhythm for the regular season. It does help. For anything, it helps mentally, right? It helps you prepare mentally and get ready for the season. So when week 1 does roll around, you're not, your nerves are so high and kind of going out there for the first time. The preseason games kind of help knock a little rust off, so to speak, as far as getting ready for the season. So you will see the Kansas City Chiefs starters play not only the first series, but they're going to, like last week in New Orleans, you're going to play the first series. You're going to play the second series, third series, fourth series, and presumably through the first half. Now, all that's to be determined. Basically, coach has final say-so on when he pulls the starters, but he did mention today that he would play them through the first half. So that's going to be good news for us, Chiefs fans. We'll be able to see everybody in action, kind of see what it looks like. I know the coaches play a little close to the vest as far as play calling. They don't want to show everything. They want to come out in week 1. Because the teams that are playing the Chiefs this year, especially early on, have in the season have scouts that basically scout the opposing upcoming schedule, and then they present them with plays, tendencies, and stuff like that. Once the Chiefs do roll around to their regular season opponent, but since we got that news out of the way. Let's get into the Arizona Cardinals. Now, doing a few minutes of research, I stumbled upon something that kind of struck me dumbfounded, right? I did a double take, and I actually checked to see if this was fake. It is weird, to say the least. But let's get into it. All right, so Arizona Cardinals, look, the best thing to do when you are researching something, whether it's a football team or you're trying to figure out you're traveling to a country for the first time, the best thing to do to get all the news, go to Google, simply type in your subject, and then scroll over to the news section. Now, my bad. So, like I said, tomorrow, preseason game, we got the Chiefs Cardinals. It's in Arizona, starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And let's roll into the news. Now, the big news is Kyler Murray. Now, he tore his ACL last year in week 12, I believe it was. And ACLs take, I was going to say on average, back in the day, it'd be about a year. And I say back in the day as of probably like 8 to 10 years ago is back in the day. It would take about a year. Now, the medical and rehab has gotten so good lately that depending on the player, how fast they heal, their body, genetics, the rehab crew, training crew around them, guys can get back on the field. I'm talking about on the field, not just running and, doing some pregame workouts and strengthening that knee. Basically, I believe it takes about 9 months, 9 to 10 months now for a fully healed ACL tear for the player to get back on the field. Kyler Murray, so if he tore his ACL in week 12, that would 1 year would put him at week 12 this year. Actually, let's check this out. Let's go to their schedule real quick and see where that would put him. Now, obviously, he's not playing tomorrow, but let's see. So if he tore week 12 last year, week 1's going to be against the Commanders. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 11, 12. So a full year of the tear would be against the Rams. A week before would be Texans, Falcons. So if you're looking at about 10 months, that's 8 weeks. So, I mean, realistically, he could get back on the field on week number 2. That would be about 10 months. And let's see, that would be 1, 2 against the Giants. So I'm looking forward to probably anywhere. Now, he's not expected to start week 1. Definitely not tomorrow or the preseason. They've been very, very hush-hush on his knee, his health, where he's at in his rehabilitation of that knee. But like I said, on average, 10 months. Should put him right around at the beginning of the year. I would say probably week 3 or week 4. That's going to be a tough game. Very, very good Cowboys defense. 49ers is going to be a tough game. Very, very good defense. Bengals is going to be a tough game. Very good defense. I might, depending on where he's at, and again, I have no idea, but just looking at the schedule, now they're anticipated to suck this year. If you don't know, Kyler Murray signed a ginormous contract at the beginning of last year, so like a year and a half ago. Ginormous contract. Rumor is that they're looking to get out from under Kyler Murray and that contract. Now, why would they do that a year and a half, 2 years into this deal? Is simply because he is not what you want as a franchise quarterback. I believe they signed him because their arms were tied behind their back. They had no other option. Who are you going to get? What are you going to do? He was up for a contract. It's when guys typically sign contracts. In fact, there would have been a contract and/or playing dispute. I think there was actually going into this the year he signed his contract. They really didn't have an option. What are you going to do? But he's not. I would stay away from. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Watching him in college, he was electrifying. But since he's gotten into the NFL, and you see more of him, right? I would only see him on Saturdays on game day. But as he's gotten to be a professional athlete, you start to see some of the things that he does, his personality, the way he acts, the way he his behavior in front of media is concerned. He looks and sounds and acts like a big little kid, like a big 5-year-old. He's not, he seems like a total jerk, and quite frankly, a douchebag. Now, I don't know him. Maybe he's cool. I have no idea. I'm just saying what comes off the TV screen to me, he looks like a tool. And if I was a GM, I don't blame them for wanting to get rid of him. And speaking of GMs, they fired their GM not that long ago. So the current GM that's sitting in office did not pick Kyler Murray. So I'm guessing he wants his very own quarterback under center that the new GM hand selected. And there are some very, very good quarterbacks in this upcoming draft. Particularly, I would say probably 2 really good potential draft picks, quarterbacks to be potential stars. So he signed a ginormous contract. They're not expected to have a good team. And you'll see tomorrow, I went down their roster. They don't really have many names that stand out to you. J.J. Watt's gone. D-Hop's gone. They got a couple players here and there, but when you look at their schedule, I mean, just check out the schedule, right? Commanders, both those teams are not that good. In fact, look, the Cardinals are going to start a backup quarterback. We'll get to that in a second. Commanders should win that game. It's at home. Again, as we mentioned, whenever we do these, any given Sunday, anybody can win. I'm just going off of what's on paper. Giants should win that game. Cowboys should win that game. 49ers should win that game. Bengals should win that game. Rams are not going to be good, so that could be a toss-up. Seahawks should win that game. They look to be pretty good this year. So you're looking at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 games. Looks like they're going to be about 6 losses. So they're going to be 1-6 after 7. Definitely going to be 1-8 after the Ravens. They could win that game, so they should be 2-8 after the Browns. Falcons, that's a toss-up. Let's just say they win. They're at home. So it'll be 3-8. Texans on the road. Excuse me. They're playing the Texans. Cardinals will be on the road. It's in Houston. I don't know. That's another toss-up. I don't expect the Texans to be that good this year. Let's say a loss. So that's 3-9. You got the Rams. I'll just give them another win just for shits and giggles. So it's 4-9. They should lose the Steelers. That's 4-10. Cardinals, they'll be 4 and at the 49ers. The Cardinals will be 4-11 after that loss. Bears, I don't know, toss up, maybe 4-12. So you get and look, they got the Eagles and the Seahawks again. So it could be 4-13, 4-14. Give or take, a couple wins, a couple losses here and there. So they're not going to have a good year. So if you're looking at, anywhere from 3 to 5 wins, you're going to be selecting probably right around 3 or 5 in the draft, in this upcoming draft. Now, interesting thing is that the Cardinals actually have the Texans first round pick in this upcoming draft. So they not only pick number 3 or 4 or 5, depending on where they end up at the end of the year, but they're also going to have the Texans pick. Now, the Texans are not going to be good this year as well. So what if the Texans end up in that, 5, 6, or 7 slot? That's why they're looking to get rid of Kyler Murray, because they have a great opportunity to draft a quarterback high. So what I would do, I'm not saying what rumor is, because there's a couple things out there, but just rumors. But after looking at everything, it makes all the sense in the world. Get rid of Kyler Murray. You're going to have, in this upcoming draft, you're going to have, probably 2 picks in the top 10, maybe one top 5, one top 10. Go trade both of those picks for a number 1 or number 2 overall draft selection, and go get you a new franchise quarterback that's very, mature. I don't really know. I haven't studied these quarterbacks coming out. But you have a great opportunity to make a change. If that's what you want to do, go out and do it. Like I said, brand new GM. He didn't select Kyler Murray. Now's your time. I would get rid of him. I would pull the rug so quick on Kyler Murray. He wouldn't know what happened to him. He probably would bust his other ACL. I would pull the rug so quick. Let's see. Let's go to... Let me do this. Check this out. Let's go back here. So they look like they are going to have a horrible season. Plus the other thing, he's too small. It's his personality. He's small. It looks like he struggles to see over the line when he's in passing plays. That's why he's always rolling out. That's why most of the highlights you see of him is on a boot, or it's when the pocket breaks down. He runs out of the pocket and then throws the ball. He can't see. I think they list him at 5. They list him like 5'10". He's like 5'7" from what I heard, or 5'8". It's just too small for a quarterback. Let's go to news. So, Kyler Murray trade speculations hang over the Arizona Cardinals for 2023 season. We just discussed that. Now, let's look at the quarterbacks that they could potentially trade their 2 picks for number 1 or number 2. I believe these both of these young quarterbacks should be the overall pick. One, let's see, where are they? Here we go. It is Caleb Williams or Drake May. I've definitely heard those 2 names. I believe Caleb Williams plays for USC, and I'm not sure where Drake May plays at. I know it's one of the big schools. I watch college football here and there, but I'm not a close follower of college football. But I have heard that name a ton, and it looks like one of those 2, or possibly both of those 2, will be pick number 1 and number 2. I'm assuming Caleb Williams will go number 1. I've heard a ton about him, obviously, because he's at USC. But so that's the 2 picks that Arizona could go after. They have signed the offensive lineman. That was 6 hours ago. Let's see. There was something else here. I wanted to look at their roster real quick. Arizona Cardinals keep jet in San Antonio hangar for repairs. Now, pardon me. I know I shouldn't be stopping, but I'm actually in San Antonio, so that kind of caught my eye. I don't believe the team owner is from San Antonio, but maybe there's a Raytheon here. Oh, in fact, I know there is, but who knows? Anyways, I wanted to get into. Let's check out their roster and see what players they still have left. Because after Cliff Kingsbury got fired, GM got fired, J.J. Watt retired, D-Hop left, everybody was jumping ship. Let's see. Let's go to all. Oh, yes. Very, very, very good. I'm glad this popped up. So, the starting quarterback tomorrow for the Arizona Cardinals. It looks like it's going to be Colt McCoy. Now, I was kind of surprised. I didn't know he was still in the league. I should have. I was quite younger when he was at UT, so I have followed his career. Not closely, but, somewhat. Hear his name, and you kind of watch the games that he's in just to see what he can do. Kind of rooting for him. I'm not a University of Texas fan, but I do like Colt McCoy. Seems like a really cool guy. Really down to earth. Let's see. Roster. He will be starting tomorrow. Colt McCoy will be starting. They just signed or drafted a rookie quarterback. Now, let's get into this. Let me look at the quarterback, because while Kyler Murray sits out the first few weeks of the year, the starting position is still up in the air. It's going to be between Colt McCoy and the quarterback that they drafted. So let me look at this name real quick. David. Oh yes, he was with the Giants, I believe, at some point. And where is their rookie quarterback? Let's see. Not Driscoll. He's got 8 years. Oh, where is it? I just had his name. There's McCoy. Damn, he's played 14 years. That's crazy. Kyler Murray. Where's the fourth quarterback? It's probably on the very bottom of the list. Let's see. There we go. Clayton Tune. Oh, he played at U of H. Cool. Clayton Tune. Drafted, let's see, where is 6'3", 220? That's a good frame right there. 24 years old. I'm not sure where they drafted him at. Let's see. Don't want to follow him. That's all they got, huh? Anyways, I believe it was the second round. I believe. I'm not 100% sure, and shame on me. I should have done my homework. But, you know, backup Arizona Cardinals quarterbacks. Sorry, teacher. I skipped my homework on that one. Let's see. Okay, roster. I'm trying to look for any of the names that stand out. Of course, they got Budda Baker, phenomenal player. Damn, he's been in the league for 7 years. He's really, really good. I like Budda Baker. They do have some names that stand out. Of course, Chris Boyd, Marquise Brown, a good Oklahoma wide receiver. He's pretty darn good. Let's see. Yeah, they do have quite a few new players I don't recognize. And some of these, they have a good mix of young players and older players. But I don't recognize a lot of these guys. Because some of these are 1 year, 2 year, rookie, 2 years, 1 years. Humphreys, of course, I know. Josh Jones, yep, a good U of H guy. Let's see. Seems like their defense has more players than their offense, and that may be not a good sign for Arizona, the way the league is going. They got a couple players, but as you can tell, they really don't have that many playmakers. They got some names that stand out, but nothing that jumps off the page, like Baltimore or Kansas City or Philadelphia. Let's see. Wow, that looks to be it. Okay, so they got a few players, nothing special. I mean, they do have a few special players, but nothing outstanding, I will say. Looks like they will suck this year. I don't even know who the coach is. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Let's see. Now, I wanted to get into some other news. There was one other thing. So the defense looks better than their offense as far as playmakers. Kyler Murray is going to be out for, who knows, at least the first few weeks. They're going to be looking to see what they have in Tune, who they just drafted. I'm assuming that's why they're not too thrilled. They will start Colt McCoy if they have to. But rolling into week 1, it's still an open position as far as who the starter is going to be. I'm thinking they want to see what Tune has, the rookie quarterback from U of H, just to see what he has. It's a good chance to not only evaluate the talent at the QB position, but I'm not saying they're looking to tank, but because they do have, I hesitate to say that, I really do, because the players aren't looking to lose. It's mainly front office and stuff, but look, they're going to have 2 high draft picks this upcoming season. Texans draft pick, and again, they're not going to be great this year. Are they going to be the worst? No, but 5-6 wins, and then they'll have Texans pick, and then their pick wherever they end up, so they can parlay that, I'm sure, with another, I don't know, second or third round. We'll see how, what the demand is for the guys coming out of college, but it looks like they definitely can, and I would go with a trade of Kyler Murray and grabbing one of the top 2 quarterbacks, preferably Caleb Williams, but Before we get out of here, I wanted to show you one other thing that, remember I mentioned at the very beginning, that kind of shocked me. Well, I'm about to shock you as well. Watch. Check this out. Check this out. Now, I'm going to Google this, and you're going to say, what the hell? And then you'll see, right? Watch. Are you ready? I told you. What the hell is this? Oh my God.
Gay!
Lord have mercy. I saw this when I was doing just a little research, and I was like, what the hell is going on in Arizona? What has gotten into this dude's mind? That's a brawl, right? A sports brawl? And I'm being dead serious. I'm not even joking at this point. Like, why would you wear that? I have no idea. Just go shirtless. Either wear a shirt or don't wear a shirt. But that right there is the gayest thing you can do. I mean, that will seriously start having people question you. That's not the look you want. And the dude's got a good body. Like, he can go shirtless wherever. And you know what I'm saying? The dude looks pretty ripped. You know, but maybe a midget. But he's a ripped midget. But to wear this, unless they catapult, unless they paid him a boatload of money, I wouldn't be caught dead in that. And I'm being literal. I would not be caught dead in that. You had to give me a serious check for that. Serious check. So we will leave it right there. That's a little preview of the Arizona Cardinals. Not much going on in the Phoenix area in the offseason, minus Kyler. This may be the biggest news story coming out of the Cardinals offseason is Murray wearing a man bra. Maybe a women's bra. Hell, I have no idea, but that just kind of... Oh, we got more. Oh, girl. Yeah, look at his stance, too. He's standing like a girl. Right? You got the little hip flex right here. He's standing with his butt out, kind of like that. Like, dude, what are you doing? Oh, my God. That's not a good look. You trust me. You're not finding anybody. I'm going to say, you're not going to find Mahomes wearing that. You're not finding anybody wearing that. You know, unless, well, they...
Gay!
Okay. All right. Enough for the jokes. I'm out of here. Tomorrow we are definitely going to stream. I believe we were going to do the Texans today. Had to cancel. Try to do the Texans tomorrow. If not the Texans, we're going to hit on the news around the NFL. There's quite a bit, and I just focused on the Arizona Cardinals today, but we got some big news. Actually, yeah, there is quite a bit of news. So we will record tomorrow and get the news and or the Texans around the NFL RedZone stop with Coop. But as of right now, and as of the Kyler Murray brawl, we are out.
Gay!